want, because I'm here to stay.
Look here, man, did you hear her? She's talking about, I ain't finished. You bitches just wait. I'm coming back. Oh, you done got smoked the hell out. What the hell is wrong with you, girl? And then you just had...
You know who she sounded like?
What's that?
She sounded like Fred Sanford. This is the big one, Elizabeth. This is the... I'm coming to join you.
How hard is it being an outlier voice within the black community? How hard is it to be someone who the rest of the sports media loves to hate, Jason? How hard is that?
There's some difficulty to it. I'm built a little different mentally, and so I don't care. But you know, it is difficult. And look, what happened to me my second trip at ESPN from 2013 to 2015, that was a high-tech lynching. And you know, if you want a sports story about experiencing racism, go look at what happened to me when John Skipper put me in charge of the Undefeated. And black and white liberals brought their knives out and tried to assassinate my character, reputation as a journalist, the whole 9 yards. I think our religious views should be the lens we see everything through. I don't think we say, well, when it comes to politics, I'm going to set this aside. And now I'm just going to do whatever's going to put 2 or 3 pieces of silver in my pocket. That's what I'm going to support politically. Why are people so comfortable separating their political views or their religious views from their political views?
That's a great question. I think it's a complex set of factors, right? And particularly in our community where religious leaders have often been at the forefront of our fight for to have our dignity recognized and to have our rights recognized. I think part of it is that the leadership class, particularly the religious leadership class within Black America, is completely compromised.
One of the things that has really bothered me in the last couple of years is like this Lizzo comes out of nowhere, this singer Lizzo, and she looks to be 300, 320 pounds or so, and I'm looking at mainstream media and the left try to normalize her obesity. Obviously, I have an obesity problem. Again, I don't want this normalized. I don't think it's healthy, and it's like everything they seem to be pushing seems to be connected to death. Because again, the lifespan of overweight people, much shorter. I mean, that's just a fact. So I don't understand why there would be any motivation, any how someone could see it as healthy. Hey, let's tell overweight people that this is great and they shouldn't feel any sort of way about it, and you should feel good about being overweight. And you go, girl, or you go, Jason. Over under on how long Urban Meyer lasts in the NFL.
I'll go with 2 years. I think, you're right. He already looked dour and sour. That look he had on his face, they kept going to him on the sideline yesterday, and the look on his face looked like he should be a Halloween mask. I mean, maybe even in the movie, they should replace the hockey goalie mask with his face. You can't even explain it. I kept trying to figure out how to describe it because it looked like he had no expression while he was watching horror happen in front of him. I didn't even know how to explain it. But that's 2 preseason losses, and he's already like that. And we've seen from his past when he was a coach at Florida, when he was a coach at Ohio State, where he left because the stress got to him so much and it affected his health. So if he's like that already after 2 preseason losses, that's terrible. I mean, his whole time at Ohio State, I think he lost 9 games. He's going to lose more than that by Thanksgiving this year. So, I think, it's ugly. He's not going to make it. I think he'll get through this year. And then by next year, he'll already be looking for the escape hatch.
What's interesting is my belief that we're going to see more and more of these viral videos throughout the NFL season. Professional football, America's pastime, might turn into ground zero for this country's latest civil war. the NFL attracts the greatest cross-section of American sports fans. Both good old boys and homeboys love the NFL. So do the women who love them. The vaxxed and the unvaxxed. They love watching Tom Brady take on Lamar Jackson. Trump supporters and Trump haters, they sit next to each other at NFL stadiums. Notice I didn't say Trump supporters and Biden supporters. I'm not sure if there are any Biden supporters. It's Trump supporters and Trump haters. They sit at the same stadium. No one really cares about Biden. How do you think Cam Newton, Bill Belichick, how's that going to play out year two?
Well, I think the one thing is, and was around the team last Tuesday, I think Cam and Coach Belichick have a great relationship. I think Cam has a great relationship with his teammates. And I think Mac Jones is a good young player. And this has given Mac Jones today, where it's Tuesday and they just got done practice, and Mac Jones had a really good day today practicing. So it's going to give him the reps that he needs. Is he ready to start right away? I'm not sure about that, because Coach Belichick is going to make this decision not based on A or B. He's going to make this decision based on where he thinks his team will be in 3 weeks. He doesn't want to start Mac Jones if he thinks Mac Jones could struggle the first 3 weeks, because then what does he do? Does he change? Does he go back to Cam? Whereas if he starts Cam and he brings Mac Jones along, eventually maybe Cam plays great. That's great. Or then he starts Mac Jones if Cam struggles. So I think it's not going to be predicated on what happened with this COVID. It's given Mac Jones a lot of reps that he needs to become a really good player, and he will be a good player for the Patriots.
We've seen footage of people at the Kabul airport trying to get out of Afghanistan by clinging to the side of a U.S. military jet. Do you notice anything about the people who are trying to force their way out of Afghanistan? They seem to be overwhelmingly grown men.
First of all, I sent you guys, and everybody's seen the entire video, your thoughts on the video and the question about what's going on with men.
I love the video. Great video, because I think it highlights exactly what's happening. And, you know, this is called Tennessee Harmony.
Yeah.
So here's the thing about harmony. What is the basis of harmony? Because if harmony is going to be that you have your view and I have mine, whoever it is, A or B, and somehow we have harmony in between, that's actually not a long-standing harmony. When you talk about harmony, Jason, you're talking about harmony based around the Judeo-Christian values upon which this country was founded.
People are being blackmailed because there are no secrets anymore in America because of the internet. People that used to be predators or live secret lives, they don't live secret lives anymore. Everything you punch into the internet, someone is watching and recording it. And they're passing that information along and letting key people know, oh, that dude's in the closet. That dude likes child porn. That dude is cheating on his wife. It's all on the internet. It's all in your emails. It's everywhere. And they're reading everything. The internet leaves a trail.
Chris Berman, to me, was the face of ESPN. I remember watching NFL Countdown, NFL Game Day, the Home Run Derby. And now, but then I remember through Deadspin, he became a pariah. And I'm just like, well, I'm just a sports fan. I happen to like Berman. I love the nicknames. I grew up with them. I made up my own. We could recite them by heart. I knew some of his great calls with Robin Roberts, who moved on to great things. But then somewhere along the way, the crown was taken off him in a hit piece. One after another was written by people at Deadspin. And at first, it was kind of funny. But then halfway through, I said, wait a minute, what has Chris Berman really done to get the ire of these people? I certainly think that history repeats itself in a lot of ways. And down the line, eventually, no matter who is the protector for Stephen A., it will happen to him, too. The worm always turns.
Greg, why should Serena Williams retire?
Because it's been 5 years watching her chase this stupid record to get one last major. That Margaret Court holds the record of 24 majors. Serena has 23. And Serena just isn't the same anymore. The way we got to know Serena was watching this tough, young, strong woman. I can still picture her at Wimbledon when has that one point where she goes down on one knee and pumps her fist and screams. That's what we saw. That's what we all fell in love with Serena Williams. Strong, muscular, tough woman. And now what she is, you know, her body's breaking down, her mind's breaking down, her guts are breaking down. She's gone 5 years without winning a major now. I mean, she will have by the time she gets to the Australian Open. When she was 35, she won the Australian Open. That was the oldest a woman's ever been winning a major. She's not going to win one at 40. And I just don't like seeing her be this sort of weakened person. I mean, she can walk around, continue to play, and be sort of a ceremonial player, and people can love her and idolize her, but it's just not the same.
Only one cop fired a shot. Michael Byrd. He's incompetent. He killed a woman. He's the only person there that fired a shot. He should be facing charges. He should not be a hero. He shouldn't be on TV telling people, I showed the utmost courage. He should be somewhere at home thanking God that he got away with murder. Thanking God that America, well, I wouldn't thank God for it, but that America has thrown away common sense, the truth, any kind of morality. It's all politics. Oh, Michael Byrd killed a Trump supporter. America said, we're good with that. Trump supporters, we can kill them. So I'm sitting at home last night, and I'm looking at Glenn Beck being driven by a worldview much broader and bigger and more important than just race and social media. And I was so impressed and I was so moved, and it was such a powerful statement to me about, I hope other Christians, regardless of color, are looking at this, that a man is putting his money, mouth, manhood, on the line for other people and for other Christians. He done flew across the globe to help people he doesn't know who share his Christian values. That's powerful. Should be celebrated. Should be inspiring. It should let you know that people that are trying to stand under God, they're not your enemies. They're not trying to harm you.